Yo, YouTube like cut me off. I didn't know I had like a 15-minute time limit, so YouTube cut me off. But as I was saying, what I'm saying, if Floyd beats Manny, then he'll go down as one of the greatest of all time. He'll go down as the best, what I'm saying, in this era. But I just don't see him doing that. Just my opinion. And another thing, everybody in the UK wants to talk about David Haye and Klitschko. Cool. Talk about it all you want. Vladimir and Vitaly are the best in the world in that division by far. There's no good heavyweights out there. David Haye is a paper champion, or was a paper champion before he got beat. He didn't beat anybody of note. Name one good fighter he beat. He beat Nikolai Valuev, and he beat a washed-up Audley Harrison. Audley Harrison hasn't been good since like 2004, man. And Nikolai Valuev was never good. He was just 7 feet tall and protected. He lost to Holyfield. If you watch that fight, if you watch Valuev versus Holyfield, Holyfield boxed his ears off for 12 rounds and lost the decision. But he won that fight. Valuev never hurt Holyfield, never landed clean punches on him. Holy was boxing his ears off and lost to Valuev because Don King was protecting Valuev. So I give David Haye props for beating him because he was a protected fighter and he beat him. But come on, man. To say that that dude was one of the top heavyweights in the world is a joke. And David Haye, you're not one of the top heavyweights in the world, man. You got exposed by Vladimir. You got beat fair and square. You talked all that trash, talking about you were coming for the Klitschkos. Everybody says they're coming for the Klitschkos. Kevin Thompson said it. Shannon Briggs said it. And Areola said it. All of them said it, and they all got flatlined, man. So, and then you want to complain about a toe. Oh, my little toe, I was off balance. I couldn't get my punches off. No, you had a horrible game plan. If you would have boxed properly and thrown combinations, and you know what I'm saying, doubled up on your right hands, doubled up on them lunging ass shots instead of just throwing one and falling on the canvas 47 times, because that's what you did. You kept falling down on the canvas. Then maybe you would have had a chance, but Vladimir's jab was too tough for you. The straight right hand coming back was too tough for you. He's too big, too strong, and too talented, man. You're talking about one of the most skilled heavyweights in the world. And everybody out there likes to say the Klitschkos aren't that good, or the Klitschkos are overrated, or the Klitschkos are boring. I'm so sick of hearing that. They're boring? Really? They're boring? Wouldn't you say that the people they fight are boring because there's nobody for them to fight? So how can you have an exciting fight if you got a great fighter versus a bum who has no chance? And I'm not gonna sit here and say um, they could be fighting a better crop of opponents because they fight everybody. They fight whoever the sanctioning bodies top contenders are, and they beat them every time. Vitaly and Vladimir. The last time Vladimir lost, I believe, was to Lemon Brewster in like 2004, 2005, and he avenged the loss. So, you know, what is everybody talking about? They're the best in the world at what they do. They are pugilist specialists. Okay. The last person that I ever saw that gave Vitaly a good fight, I don't think anybody beat Vitaly. I think the last time I saw somebody really give him a war was like Lennox Lewis. Really? That was like 2002 or 2003, something like that. It was Lewis's last fight, and Vitaly was winning. And then he got a cut over his eye. They had to stop the fight. They're the best in the world, man. Give them their due. Give them their props. Simple as that. That's all you got to do. Give the Klitschko's their props. They're the best heavyweights in the world. And when somebody steps up and beats them, then you can talk about that they're the best heavyweights in the world. But I don't see it happening. Everybody had the hype train on Areola, which I give Areola props. He's lost a lot of weight. He looks great. But he's really just a glorified brawler. He's not a boxer, just a glorified brawler. He's a club fighter who's a contender because there's a lack of great fighters in the division. But he's exciting. Areola is exciting. But when he fought Klitschko, it was boring. So don't blame it on the Klitschkos. Blame it on the people they fight because they bring nothing to the table when they fight them. Simple and plain, man. It's not rocket science. It's the sweet science. And it's not that difficult to figure out. And you know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to talk about just this preconceived notion that they're not that good. Whatever. You're an idiot. They're the best in the world. And another thing I want to get into right quick is the whole NBA lockout. You know I'm a big basketball fan. I'm a lifelong Knicks fan. Yeah, I know I got a Hawks hat on, but I do live in Georgia, and it does match the shirt. And I like the Hawks. You know, what I mean, they're a good team. But I'm a lifelong Knicks fan. That's where my heart lies. So this whole lockout shit's got me real like I just want to, you know what I'm saying, shake, grab something. You know what I'm saying, and just let out my frustration because over a decade we suck. We go out, we get Amari, we go out, we get Carmelo, and then there's a lockout the year after we do this. So now we're souped up, we're ready to go. We still need a couple pieces, we still need a bench, and we probably need a new coach because D'Antoni is garbage. But it just so happens that right when we get good, the lockout occurs. But I don't think the lockout's gonna last that long because you're seeing all these players right now sign contracts to go overseas, and the owners aren't digging that. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, sooner or later, which I believe sooner than later, because they are going to want to work out, you know what I'm saying, a deal with the players to give them the money that they want so they don't go overseas and get hurt because anything can happen. You go overseas and play and get injured or anything like that. And that's why I'm glad Amari's not going because if he was, 9 times out of 10, he'd probably get injured and that'd be the end of it. It'd be Antonio McDyess Part 2 instead of the preseason. He's playing in Israel. So, but the last time the lockout happened was 99. It was a shortened season. You know what I'm saying? Only 50 games played. But it was great because you had basketball like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 or 4 nights out of the week and like double and triple header games. So I mean, you couldn't beat that as a fan, man. It was great, and the games were real competitive. Everybody was trying to play hard and play to win because you know what I'm saying. You only had 50 games, so you had to come out and you had to be ready. And the Knicks made the finals that year. We were horrible starting off because we were an old team. It took us a while to get into the mode, but we made it all the way to the finals. Ewing got hurt in the playoffs, and you know what I'm saying, Spreewell and Houston, these guys, Larry Johnson, their amazing 4-point play. I'm saying those guys willed us to the finals that year, and I wanna believe that if Ewing was there, we would have won. But you know what I'm saying, Tim Duncan and David Robinson, man, but no joke, no joke. And Ewing was winding down, but still, just him being there would have meant a lot because we had nobody. Chris Dudley was playing the majority of minutes. I want to say Kurt Thomas was on the team, and Marcus Camby was playing a lot of minutes. And those guys are either real short or real thin. And I just think a 7-foot Ewing, you know what I'm saying, with a mid-range game and a back-to-the-basket game and just that knowledge, I thought we could have won. But, you know, hindsight's 2020, and that was over a decade ago. But here we are again in 2011 talking about a lockout. So hopefully it's over soon so we can get back to basketball and, you know what I'm saying, see competitive games. And hopefully it won't go on too long. Now you got all these stars like Darren Williams and other players too that's going overseas and signing contracts. And now people are blowing me up on Facebook and shit right now. So, yo, I'm signing out. It's part 2 of the video. YouTube cut me off the first time, and then I tried to redo it, and it cut me off again. So hopefully this 9 minutes that I just spent rambling doesn't get, you know what I'm saying, deleted or whatever. So I'm out. Hold It Down by Propaganda, by the new album Propaganda on iTunes, Amazon. Get it on Bandcamp, markdeez.bandcamp.com. Thanks for the support, and I'll be back soon with another entry. Peace.